Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, like defender of the Farmland. Off here to 2v2 on, you guessed it, Pachino. Farmlands, in the northwest, it is Ausar the Violent, Dr.Jekyll here with the British 78th Infantry Division. Tasked with seizing this town from German forces here, being held by BlueS and Xufe here with the German army, Deutschland. Here with the 15th Panzergrenadier Division, we got Terror Breakthrough Battalion versus an Armoured Support Italian Combined Arms and Italian Infantry versus Indian Artillery and Air&Sea here. So off we are with Kettenkrad, Spikes, Half-Tracks, Machine Guns versus Sections and Sappers and Machine Guns. All the good stuff, I guess. As always, big hearty thanks to my patrons and supporters for the continued generous and wonderful support of the Propagandacast. Make all these videos possible, and a big thank you for commenting and liking on them. It really does a lot there.
250 half-track has arrived.
A big thanks to Felix as well there for donating and supporting the Propagandacast. Obviously, big thanks to that contribution too. Really helps out a lot. So, you got Machine Gun Norfolks there, pattering a bit too fast. Captain Pratt rushing Norfolks as well here. Guess he wants to occupy the house here to that way try and cover the area here against the British push there. Second image for BlueS has gone for Terror with ambush camouflage. Not a big surprise there. And then Honey's rushing up the centre. Kettenkrad busy up here on the northern field. Almost got it already. Second MD42 team doing its best to keep up with a half-track there. Field of Panzer Pioneer here for Xufe as he races north to assist his teammate there. Basically conceding the south here, at least temporarily to the Brits. Perhaps keeping the unity to assist the teammate here. Not a bad strategic move, I think, there at the axis, as long as they're too left-footed. Kettenkrad here continuing to spot. Can of course moves back here to grab the mission spot once things are done. And there you go, German racing northwards. Will Ausar the Violent, Dr.Jekyll quick to communicate fast on what's going on here and they come up with a counter response. We'll have to see. Ausar with more infantry. Got the MG42 team there being hauled forwards. North bikes are basically alongside the Kettenkrad. Another section there for Dr. Jekyll with Assault Grenadiers up for Xufe. Sturm Grenadier with MP40s. Mines here, I believe, being planted there by Dr. Jekyll. Yes, indeed. BlueS straight to the Panzergrenadier Company, no holding back here and going for Luftwaffe. The North to British forces there, south side. We got Ausar there slowly extending his front line in the name of the glorious Empire. Slowly advancing there, got the Vickers being brought in there, of course. World War I vintage, in fact, pre-World War I vintage machine gun there. The Vickers, by the way, was just basically an upgraded Maxim machine gun.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
The assault groups from south at sea, Xufe on the offensive. Up north, you got BlueS there, very slow advancing, laying down a bunch of Schützenmine.
Territorial sector lost.
Contempt for the weak, Sappers Radar. Panzerjägers for Xufe. Noting that Xufe, by the way, is also the only planet at the moment has yet to pick a battle group.
Panzerjäger reporting in.
There we go, Panzerjägers out. No light vehicles up for the Allies yet, and of course that is the temporary state of affairs. Panzer being rushed for BlueS, so both players effectively just rushing for, you know, the assault troops and essentially the guys who perform better than what's supposed to be the mainline infantry of the time, i.e. the assault groups are better than the DAK Panzer Grenadiers, the Wehrmacht Panzer Grenadiers, obviously better than the Wehrmacht Grenadiers. Ways, so kind of interesting to see that. Then we got Xufe though, further taking ahead. He's going to looking like net armor casting Shuktis and Marders. Definitely get some more troops down the road. Still no battle group from there. The longer this goes on, I do expect it's going to be armor support. Sorry about that. Defense pushing forward to elsewhere. Kettenkrad knocked out by the Brits. Just got slightly lost in my thoughts. They do apologise. Saps advancing here. Weaving through the minefield there. And we got the Humber down the way for Ausar with a Morse there for Jekyll. Get a block actually there. At 40 for BlueS. We'll see what Xufe is planning with the mechanized company.
At once. We shall have additional forces available shortly.
Support elements likely to do these then.
Territory overrun!
There you go, Wehrmacht Panzergrenadiers spring forwards with their Sturmgewehre. Bundle grenades. Stuart's being researched for Dr.Jekyll. Grenades for Ausar, and of course we've got the Humber armored car they're pushing forwards. Note this is an earlier model Humber, as later models are to be equipped with a 37mm gun, so we shall see the Stuart light infantry and cars. In fact, the Brits were quite fond of upgunning a lot of their armoured cars. There's one on units basically get, bigger and bigger guns, mounted like 75mm guns or 6-pounder guns. So, and the center British 440 infantry 42, they're hiding in the corner, nicely ambushing them vehicles, disguised as a, I don't know, sacks of onions. They're completely blindsided the Brits. Oi, Nigel! Don't those onions look a bit suspicious to us? Yeah? No! No, they don't look suspicious at all. Oh, bugger. 2.5 take here for Blue. The Mittelschützen Panzerwagen. On the way. Then taking some hits here. Panzergrenadier squad, that's 2 Panzergrenadier squads out here for Xufe. We got more Panzergrenadiers for Blue though, up north, and further up north, machine advancing to light tanks on the way there for Dr.Jekyll, even as we've got a fuel cache as well. Note with Air&Sea, his caches can magically build themselves. Meanwhile there, Sab's clearing up mountain the center, D on the way for Xufe. Thumbs up to that. Panzer Squadron almost done here for Blue, and we got them all today. Running with some light tools before against the German positions. Panzer planes sweeping forwards. Got breach activated. They're good. There you go, cash almost done for Dr.Jekyll. Further south, British forces are advancing. Stu D almost done, and we got the other squad for the Panzer going to come here for Blue. Thumbs up. Up north, there is some fun here going between the Germans and the Allies. With a much more sparsely occupied front line, might be more of the British advantage here if they can push through. So the German defences might struggle a bit to be more cohesive, since it's both kind of large, but also the hedgerows kind of create smaller compartments. South side each 2 divers sections, entering slamming into it. 172, 104.
Territory lost.
And plenty of mines here. 167, 104. We've got commanders that are lined up for Dr.Jekyll here, some calling thing. We'll have to see if and when he goes for them. As meanwhile, Ausar's Humber's sort of poking about there. 254 half-track as well on the way there. Or retractor technically on the way for Xufe. Both half-track and wheel. Retract and wheel. Half-tracked. Just a bit of the like that. Stu D being fixed up and taking some hits. Armoured support armors there for Blue. Okay, so could see some Stu's, could see some Needlewerfers. Of course, have to see what the tree ends up with in it. Oh, that's some plausible possibility here. Fresh assault in the centre. South side though. Xufe definitely appears to have lost a bit of momentum against the British. Then we got Dr.Jekyll dropping in some LMG commandos or support commandos. Dropping in here. The South Stu D1 will push back, entertaining a nicely ensconced up by the road. Definitely makes any advance here by Xufe that way painful. Line thing spot here, pack spot as well there. Getting off with there for Blue. This entire little defensive scheme there very much uncovered. Got the LMG commanders there hiding about there with the Vickers K LMG, which was like a few other machine guns during the Second World War, active based off an aircraft machine gun that was basically just left spare once replaced with bigger guns in the aircraft. And so they got turned into light machine guns with infantry. Fun fact there, one of the reasons they were a bit more popular is they did also have a larger magazine.
A fuel point is being taken from us!
There's a bit of a fun one.
Scatter them! Force the retreat!
Such 2D back pushing him, got the 254, they're hanging back. Big push of outside coming to come up with him. There's a needle barrel shot, so we did get a needle there out of blue. Body misunderstood, though, the bird racing forwards, even as the air behind the base to get lit on fire.
Enemy forces have taken our
Probably his
territory.
help. Oh, there's a back 40. Could still go for Stuart here, Mr. Blue, but I guess it's more PR for our matters. We also got Dr.Jekyll there going for the company command post. Both our players here racing ahead here. I mean, Blue and Xufe, I mean, particularly Blue definitely has fuel to spare, but again, it was just good for Stuart since I'm taking out.
Our gunners shall show the enemy the meaning of precision. Armory upgrade underway.
First company command post almost done. We got Gurkhas as an option here for Ausar, though of course we made a subject of foot guards. Another needle weapon for Blue. I do appreciate the artillery, but I feel like the current state of affairs, I think some armor for him and his forces would probably serve him a bit better. Stuart here too, I think, go a long way here compared to just like double needle weapons.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
I think you should consider
Survival
long.
improvements and smoke canisters are being requested for our vehicles.
Meanwhile, the A6 Outlaws is doing, and he's not playing as the Germans, he's playing as the British. So we've got a Crusader, a cruiser tank there on the way. Dr. Jekyll goes for the. Oh, not be particularly surprised.
We're losing grasp of a munitions point.
Probably the least
A mechanized combat cruiser awaits deployment.
Germans still holding the victory
Survival
point too
packages
far
for
here from
Panzer Cruiser have
11
arrived.
396.
Smoke
Not a big
canisters
lead,
have been
obviously,
retrofitted.
casualty-wise.
A
I
victory
mean, we're
point is
torments
being
in the
taken
game,
from
but
us.
they feel like surprisingly low. I mean, Mod was not expecting like 100 casualties within the first 10 minutes, but
We have lost control of a
you know, we
victory
have
point.
like past 40. Seem a bit slow pace here for 2-2, I have to be honest.
We do not hold any
Forces
victory
wing in
point.
here, catching
How could
Dr.
this
Jekyll
happen?
completely wrong footed here. Question, and they completely missed. Off. Panzer 900 for Stuart, got a Street 3D for Blue Skid Road, 2 thumbs up. Stug, baby, Stug. Still swinging in there behind the 250 half tank unit takes up to the light tank.
Point is being neutralized by the
Panzer's
enemy.
pulling in, we got Gurkhas to the Thompsons, we got
We have lost
Becky
the
Saxon,
transport.
or regular Friend Saxon. Units wiped out, he could see the Panzer's taking down as well, Stug, almost getting ready. I think Xufe's going to need to invest into something, then Panzer Blue should help with all these allied tanks in inbound, and we got the Centaur, Dr. Jekyll.
Anti-tank infantry have been killed.
Panzer perish.
Territory sectors are isolated. We must
Completely
reconnect with
demolished
them.
with British firepower. Taking blow there to Xufe. Another Stug, he has arrived. Skirmishes stars from Gate early model. Later models, or the late models, because I mean obviously it's more of a spectrum, but generally late models had improved a bit matter, effort protection. It also have a typically more remote control machining on the top similar to the headset. It also have like, you know, other sort of defensive meshes as well, so like, you know, help keep it alive. It also was much more confident in the action machine as well, meaning they have actually a total of 2 machine guns. Some fun facts there. Cute misses the Humber. Obviously an good shot on the Centaur, which is obviously not quite rated for Stug combat. Another Stug here for
We're losing grasp of a victory
two
point.
thumbs up to that. Some shits and they push all through here.
Victory point under enemy control.
He misses. And the angle falling off the 6-pounder. Nice work there by Xufe. We should probably not stop up and just keep going with it. Another center here for Dr. Jekyll, 17 pound guns for Ausar.
Vehicles will be able to secure territory shortly.
There we go. There you go, to keep the allies from advancing through the center. And unfortunately, I'm taking the actions to make opportunity to a bit work done there. Also worth noting, the allies have actually missed this 3 fuel caches up. They're running with a significant lead over their opponents. Thumbs up. They're obviously expensive, and I do think that's something you have to be careful about building too many caches too fast, but at the same time, if your opponent aren't pushing you that hard or making some mistakes, I mean, building a lot of caches can be wasted that way, really get ahead of your opponent in the mid to long term. But again, it does require a few things to, be in place before, he's getting away with going for 3 caches works up, because otherwise you're sinking so much manpower into something that won't benefit you right away. You definitely risk throwing away the net, so definitely requires a lot of things to be sort of falling into the right place. But enough about that. 17 pound gun out there for Ausar. Hands on me, commando for Xufe. No, still found with him, by the way, still. He continues to hold his breath. There's dudes isolated from each other. Not much in terms of entertaining either. Ukraine's messy. Germans got pushed by the Allies. I think particular highlights right now that Xufe is just, well, it doesn't really have any entertainment. We've captured the anti-tank gun, but we never crewed it, which is obviously definitely not ideal. There go Panzer Commander Squad roll. They're really getting messy for the Germans very quickly. It still hasn't picked the battle group whatsoever either. It feels like this is basically you see with Xufe's man you hit at the moment. Those 2 T's being down is quite a load of blue skid row. Germany. This is just trying to hold up for King Tiger. More Crusaders for Ausar. Xufe makes his 2nd attempt for the Panzer Commando to be built. And he actually went for armoured support.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
I'm just a bit tired, still got a bit of that, whatever I caught there.
The enemy has taken a victory
And the problem is with the way the way the DAK battle group icons looking like, you're not quite paying attention. They can at times look a bit awful like the same. That's actually I feel like one of the issues with some of the redesigned icons. I know some of them at least. They look a bit generic and don't necessarily always tell what's going on there. But enough about that. Centaurs swing in the south side, German forces they're being hammered from. We got another armoured thrust here from the British Empire. White finally pays for its sins there, and we got a recovery hub check as well here for Xufe. Connected salvage his teammate Stu G. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Turn it back into the fight against the Allies. Get the other Stu going, that'd be quite handy too. We got more Stooks there for blue. Thumbs up. Meanwhile, Allied forces swinging northwards. Dr.Jekyll leading the fist of the British Empire right down. He's going for a 4th centaur. Showing them out in the numbers. I think there's going to need a lot more Stooks and other such things to tackle that many centaurs. He's got one of them. Mine goes off. See the swing here, there goes Centaur's just knocked it out there. Their veterans, one of those whatever, just allowed to just blast from there and cut off. That matter, which I don't know. Might just be me, but that seems like, a very questionable ability, but that's me obviously.
Mechanized combat groups are ready for selection.
Why should we have a cheap spam of anti-infantry tank that can also pinch different things and then obviously use this armor?
Panzerjäger infantry defeated.
Might get a Crusader tank here, but even then, not great for the action in terms of armor losses. We do have 1 Stuka recovered, Crusader now being recovered as well there. More Crusaders. Ausar. 230, everything 50
Our
feet.
territory is in enemy hands!
Crusader, halfway done.
A victory point is being taken from us!
And they're wrecking the cash there. That's a small one for the Axis, I guess, though. Even then, they are massively
We've lost control
under
of
race
a
right
victory
now.
point!
We really need something about that. There go German Crusader there. Lights up Panzer on the way.
Vehicles must maintain the
That's
pressure.
the moaning
no
German
matter the
service.
cost.
The German class of cruiser tanks. I don't know what they specifically called it when they captured them. That's very good question though. Another Stuki on the way for blue, and of course even more centaurs for Dr.Jekyll, as it's clearly working out. He's churning out large numbers of them. Off here, 1700 from the south, half bit into Xufe's equipment, let's get like this racked.
We have 200 points remaining.
2 points left here, allies can build up the advantage here. And the machine gun team there gets absolutely wrecked here by the Centaur swarm. Also, Xufe, I think fairly short on infantry here, definitely need to look into that.
Under enemy control.
Skirmishing there.
Assault grenadiers are reporting in.
Blasting over the centre up north. We've got the Stooks flanking in. I think that without support, they do need to be careful with all these centaurs. Another Stookie decovered as well. There was Xufes, that's a total of 4 Stookies. There goes Centaur, so we need to get the Stooks out. There go Centaurs now being wedged between 2 groups of Stooks. And there's support bullet, Dr. using the RAF, but it misses and whiffs. Hammer down here. Need to get those Stooks up there. About to get knocked out. The other Stooks trying to catch up. It's not looking good. The other. What? How did they keep running around for that long? I don't know. Got one Centaur.
Sector out of contact.
Go down.
Initiated. Advance upon the enemy. We have lost a 254.
Looked up with it because it's that run push low in there. And we got the Xufe pulling in the dive bomb. Practically trying to take out his teammate's tank there. Crusader joining in. Now we got British Crusaders joining in. It's, I think it's a complete massive battle here. Almost got a Centaur there, but yeah, in the end lost 3 Centaurs, but we got so many Stooks.
We have lost the Stook in action.
I'm pushing forwards here. Crusader bites the bullet. Centaurs rushing in. His Stooks have damage. Got more Stooks away from blue. Another Stook down. Obviously, at some point earlier, it might be good to get armor size for Stooks to take some more hits, especially with these Centaurs just rushing in. And again, basically getting just allowed to just penetrate no matter what, which again does not strike me as a particularly well balanced ability like this. Again, when it just like, oh, this armor thing, yeah, it doesn't matter. Also gets activated on a really contained footage. It just strikes me as, you know, perhaps not the most well adjusted abilities on a number of levels. There's football dish Duke down. Absolute armored meat run up. It's just a complete armoured abattoir here. So many tanks and assault guns just destroyed. March on the plus command taking here for Xufe.
At the front line.
Crusaders for Ausar.
Crews have sufficient reserve for another Panzerstorm. On your command.
Blue is technically there within the realm of a King Tiger. They might have at least delayed one of
Enemy
those dudes,
forces
then get
have
out a bit
captured the victory
faster.
point.
So there's the issue right now of just how many victory points they got left. So I think Blue trying to go for King Tiger right now with the current victory point situation might be a bit of a stretch.
A Panzer IV command vehicle awaits assignment to the field.
Also another street that could have been salvaged.
Commandant, the enemy holds all victory points.
17 pounder gun carrying the centre.
Our command tank has been struck. No response.
Command tank down, plenty packs here, but Xufe is looking pretty worse for where he.
We have 75 points remaining.
And we got the air for shells on the victory point, trying to keep the film for a bit longer. Commander with the machine gun. Sea of fire here by the centre point up north. We got the 250 Huffman just trying to escape and live another day.
The Marder 3 has entered the field.
Another Marder out there for Xufe. Yeah. The change for the Germans has just turned into a bit of a mess, I think, on a yeah, propaganda, I think, just getting wasted there.
Our final 50 points hang by a
50
thread.
points left. Another center there for Dr.Jekyll. Mars being forced up, got 17 pounder gun, which will keep the Mars easily at bay. 38,
Marder tank
36.
destroyer standing by.
SVN 53. Also massive armor kills there. Some of the basements have been brought back. That's still not exactly ideal for the Germans. Very ideal though for the Allies. Fight for Xufe seems a bit desperate, but with the victory points there, I do not blame him for being a bit desperate. Shooters the same task for Dr.Jekyll. Got the Marder swing in, he catches the British forces in the middle of the vice, got one Crusader down. Now the pack body for Blue. Center there, really getting hit with everything, it seems. And even then surviving it. Building though very much crumbles under the pressure.
We have half-track support field and ready for deployment.
10 points left, 9 points left, something needs to happen soon here. But the question is, can the Germans mount enough pressure at any one point to get there? 7,
The Canadians have fallen.
6, 5. Answer looks to be no.
Knocked out.
Particularly Xufe is just, well, short on everything, really. And Blue, right now, I think the problem is he's got way too many support weapons, but nothing's like really taking the point with. So there you go, GG, game over. A nasty fight here, though, again, I feel like highlights to maybe the center, perhaps. And again, I know maybe, you know, if you've got some crazy ideas, but perhaps should not have access to ability that allows you to just quick, like, turn into, like, you know, something that can just blast tanks through, ignoring what at least appears to be just ignoring armor. When you can just, you know, churn up a large number of them. Maybe, just maybe, there's a bit of a design flaw there, but what do I know? Either way, hope you enjoyed the match and learned something from it. This is Imperial Cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye, everyone.